time has come for UDS Nyankpala campus to elect a new SRC president. There are a lot of people who are aspiring for the position. One of them stands out, but I don't know who stands out among them. I'm going to talk to one of them, and at the end, you and I will choose who is the best among them. Then you know who you are voting for. Charlie, what's up?
I do, my boy.
How is the preparations and everything?
I can only say I just giving thanks to God. We are actually doing as much as we can. We are still on the grounds. We just started working, so.
Oh, okay. So what's your name?
My name is John Ackon.
John Ackon,
yes,
also known as
Snazzy, your humble servant.
The Snazzy name gives me a kind of vibe. I've been hearing it a lot. What's behind the name Snazzy?
I think I got that name when I was in JHS 1. I think that one of our teachers then gave us a dictionary to go and find something.
Okay.
And that was the only word I could pick because
Snazzy.
Yeah, it was cool.
So it's an English word.
Yeah, it's an English word.
Jesus Christ, I never knew.
It's an English word.
Wow. So it means what?
It means someone who is optimistic and a bit fashionable.
Interesting. Wow. So which faculty?
I'm reading biological science, faculty of bioscience.
Oh, okay. So Department of
Biological science.
Biological science, yes, department.
Please.
Oh, okay. All right. So what are your major policies you are bringing? I know there are a lot of policies you are coming up with to try and then solve the problems on campus right now, at least the ones you can. What are some of the major ones you are bringing up on board?
Yeah, so I think I'm actually working on 3 projects. And the first one is strengthening and extending the SRC water project. And the second one is concerning increasing the coverage area of the Wi-Fi connection on campus. And the third one is to initiate the SRC hostel. These are the 3 main that have been in my heart. And I've been working towards it for some time. And now I believe it's time for us to manifest what we've been working in the dark or in the secret for some time now.
So the water project,
yeah,
SRC hostel, and increasing the Wi-Fi coverage.
Sure.
So how do you think that can be done, like briefly?
All right, so first of all, I'd like to touch on the Wi-Fi coverage.
Okay.
So when I came to school, for instance, 1100, we had access to Wi-Fi on campus, but then suddenly the Wi-Fi suddenly wasn't working as it was. And upon my, integrating and getting to know the right sources or the challenges where these things are coming from, I got to know there are solutions around them. Yes, and I got to know that there are some places on campus that we need to increase the numbers. And I believe SRC steps in to also help with this thing. It's going to help students to be able to get available data access to the Wi-Fi connections on campus. You see, we are not working, and we cannot be spending so much money on data.
Data is expensive now.
In academia, it's very necessary, and we really need it. So it is actually a necessity that we need to work on as SRC to be able to lessen the burden on students in terms of this category of Wi-Fi connections on campus. The Wi-Fi is already limited to the auditorium area. What about we increasing it across around for people to have more visibility and accessibility to it? That is about the Wi-Fi. Okay. Now the second one is concerned extending and strengthening the SRC water project. So last year the administration then brought about the SRC water project, but then I was the brain behind the delivering system. I was like, being on campus here for some time, especially when I was in 1100, water was a big deal for me.
You say you were the brain behind that?
The delivery system.
Okay, like were you in the previous administration?
So I was working to support the water project because I had so much thoughts and how we can actually be solution to this problem. That is one.
Then you've had experience in administration before?
Yeah, so I've actually had experience in the area of water because that was one of my major problems when I came to school in 1100. And I believe that as someone having the influence one way or the other, what can we do? So my goal was to find solutions to all these problems. So what we did was last year we went to see the Ghana Water Campaign Director. We had a talk with him and we came to understanding of he supplying us water, so we delivered to our student body at a less cost. So when he gave us the water was 150 pesos per can. That was per the cost of bringing the water and everything. That was how much it was costing. Okay. But we didn't have a tricycle at that time. So what we had to do was to get tricycle from the community and then do the delivery as necessary. But then along the line, they realized that they were competing with those already selling it at 3 cities when ours was 2 cities at that time. Okay. And it became a big blow because someone who just come out from nowhere giving water at 2 cities and those also around giving at 3 cities became a competition. So those I was getting the tricycle from weren't giving to me anymore because I realized I was competing with the prices in the market with them. So the goal was, if we can do this, we're going to make this day, make it a system that will be available and ready for students. If we're able to initiate this very strongly, it can bring competition among those who are sent at races and to even reduce their price to our advantage. So why don't you do this system, make it a reliable one, strengthen it by planting extra portals on campus at vantage points, getting good number of tricycles as needed, at least 2 of them to help.
You're flowing so well. Are you an AI? Wow, then I can see the motivation and the enthusiasm is there. That's crazy. Yeah, your policies are good. But then before then, I should have asked you what actually inspired you to run for this position.
All right, so I've been on this campus, as I said earlier, and I'm a person who loves to fix problems when I see there is one.
Problem solver.
So in 1100, when I came to school, I realized that we didn't have HDMI cord even connecting to the various projectors.
Wow.
Students have to find a way of getting markers, dusters. Like, there were challenges, even batteries. So I took it upon myself to buy a pack of battery, a pack of marker.
From your own pocket?
My own pocket. Because I realized whenever we get to class and they are insist about these things, you never get a result.
Wow.
So what can I do as a student body? As an activist, student activist who care about student welfare and making sure that academic activities goes very well. I took upon myself, I bought a pack of all these things, including HDMI cord, had it in my bag, I was always bringing it to class. Whenever there's a shortage concerning all these things, I provide to fill in those broken spaces. That was what I was doing. So out of what I was doing, I came to love the process. And loving the process, I realized that it is good to be human, to just help people and do what is needed to make academic activities on campus go very well and around you. That was what I was interested. But then something actually struck me during this second trimester. So what happened was that I realized that, we've had SRC bodies from the past and the improvement hasn't been as necessary, like as needed, though there have been some expectations. They've also done their best in the administration to be able to come to that point. Okay, but the thing is that we need strong leaders. We need leaders that are fearless and bold to come to really support and give the best to student body. To the students' money.
Yeah.
We know that there are challenges when it comes to even budget granting and this. But then what are the connections? Sometimes we can't rely solely on the student funds. What can we also do as student body? At least, if we want to build a better tomorrow, it starts with us today. Let's strengthen the day for today and build a better tomorrow.
Jesus, I'm touched.
That was what actually inspired me. I was like, we can make a difference, especially the SRC hostel, for instance. Last year, there were lots of number of students admitted, over 2,000 students admitted last year.
Wow.
The hostel was a bit a challenge.
The numbers are doubling.
It was serious. Some students have to now be in pairs in one room or even 3. That was a challenge, a huge challenge that the school has to now bear, including SRC. But thanks be to God, we did our best. Now this year, that's the past year, the school admitted about 1,400 to 1,500 students, if I'm not wrong with the numbers. And the number has reduced, at least to fill in the space. Now guess what is happening? Obviously, not academic year. We are going to have degree students, law students here who are going to be doing degree. Like, ask ourselves. It's obvious that the number of students who are going to admit next year are going to be more.
Yeah.
We are definitely going to be facing such challenges. Thanks be to God, the school is now working on a new hostel, which is the Goose Hostel. But then, is that hostel also enough? It's going to be 500, going to contain 500 students. It's still not enough. We are close to 7,000. What about we having enough hostels? If there's enough hostels, it can compete with the private hostels' prices. This is what I've always believed in. I took upon myself, second trimester level 200, started finding investors. Because we as student body, SRC, don't have the funds to be able to build. So what do? We can solicit from out there, get investors to come in to do the building, and also make a percentage of the school, so get this as needed.
Yeah.
And then we all work together as one body to help cope these problems. This is the reason why I brought in the initiator of the SRC hostel. Before I take every step, I've already taken a step from behind, done my search, done my necessary regarding before I can even come out to tell people what I'm doing. I've been able to successfully secure an investor. Not just an investor, but people who are ready to come in to really build
a hostel.
Money. And then we will be the client as SRC. The school will give them the land, and then they will build. SRC will not spend their money.
But do you think that can be completed during your time? Because approximately you be SRC president for like 6 months or
Absolutely.
Very short time. Do you think that can be done within that
That's
time?
why I said I'm going to initiate.
Yes.
Initiating means that you are come to begin a process
To
of
start
something,
it.
and this will be a legacy.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Sure.
when we do that, it will be there. Even now, I'll not even be here to even enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then, as a leader, you have to be visionary. You have to have a vision. You have to have a plan, purpose plan.
That's interesting. I asked him one and he explains three. You can see that Charlie he's really into what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Now, what is your position on the ballot paper?
My position is number 1 on the ballot.
Number 1.
Yes, please.
Now, do you think your position on the ballot paper will have an effect on the outcome of the results?
I've always believed that election is election.
Okay.
I would leave everything in the hands of God. I have the heart to serve, but it's the people to decide. I'll leave this in the hands of the people. I'm only a humble servant.
If I were a leader, I would have fallen by now.
I can't say much about it. I just believe that I'm leaving everything in the hands of God. I have a pure heart to actually come in to serve, and that is it. But I can't determine what the people should do. It's up to them. If they believe in my policies, if they believe that I can be the leader, I can give them the bread that they need from, I'm here to deliver. I want to walk the talk. I want to be the delivery to their expectation and deliver as much as I can.
So you're saying vote for him not because he's number 1, but because if you see that he deserves it and he can actually do a job, then you vote for him. Now, my last but not the least question. Now, this is a multi-tribal campus. There are a lot of tribes on this campus. Not just one is dominating.
Sure.
Now, do you think that the tribe of an aspirant will have an influence on the outcome of the election?
I've always believed that we as humans may have our own interests one way or the other concerning these things when it comes to elections. But I've always believed in one thing, being you. When you are you, people know you for who you are, not because of where they feel that they're coming from. When they believe in your vision, they fall into place with you. They believe, they call out to people about what you believe in. They've seen the action you've put in. I believe that one way or the other, tribal can play an effect when it comes to elections. But I always believe in the ultimate. People choosing who they believe in. That's what matters the most to me.
Interesting. So what do you think is that secret that the other administrations, the former ones, they could not see to fix, that you are actually coming to do it better?
I believe that in every community, information plays a key role. When we got here, getting information was very difficult. Today, information are out there because many of us have been able to actually put down the necessary measures to make information more available to student need. We are not only here to implement informations or what we are talking about in our policies, but actually to be an active working force, whereby when students are in need or they have a concern, they can reach out to us individually or in any means as possible to be able to address their problems. This is what I believe that when there's an administration, it should be an active force, whereby every single person in the administration is working. So what I believe that we will do may be different from the others. It's been a very active force on the grounds, making sure student needs are being looked into and addressed as needed.
Oh, interesting. So now, so far with the preparations, and we have a few days to the polls, what is your level of confidence that you have, that you think that we are going to, like you've got to currently, your level of confidence right now you're winning, out of 100?
I will not rate it.
Okay.
The reason being that, as I said, the decision is in the hands of the people.
Okay.
I can't control them. Okay. I don't have done my part. I've put my effort as needed. But it's up to them to decide. And I know they'll decide on number 1 on the ballot.
This is the first person who is refusing to give me a percentage, but he is telling me that the power is in the hands of the people to deliver to him. And I'm so much happy. Snazzy, it was a pleasure.
Thank you
very much. I'm really impressed. But I hope that practically you can put these plans into
we implement them.
Yeah, you implement them. Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.